If you feel like your rolls are a bit awkward or heavy, you might be missing this one link that bridges the gap between clunky and smooth. And if you incorporate this one drill, you can get much smoother with your rolls anytime, anywhere. So this drill is called the back roll toe touch, and it is pivotal to building a smooth back roll, developing core strength and spinal mobility, and being able to protect our neck and maintain spatial awareness during a roll. If you don't have this down pat, you might feel like you can't get your legs over your head, or you're rolling over your neck, or you're having to use a lot of momentum to get over, or your back's actually just not rounding in order to create the shape to make that roll happen. So let's get started. What you want to do first is lay down. Ideally, if you're gonna have an issue with this, you want to be up against a wall or have a couch behind you, because you're gonna touch your toes to that wall. So I'm gonna stay close to the wall first. I want my hands about 45 degrees from my sides, and I want to keep my head off the ground the whole time. I'm also going to look at my feet. So I'm lifting my feet up. I'm keeping my feet together and my knees together, pressing with my hands to help get over, and touching back. I'm not touching right in the middle. I'm touching to one side over a shoulder. And I'm making sure I'm looking there and I'm not letting my head touch the ground, especially if you're going against the wall. So coming up, once you get to about here, before your hips come off the ground, you're pretty centered, and then you're twisting your hips and coming over. Again, pressing with the hands in the ground. If the hands are 45 degrees from the side, you won't feel like you're falling over. If your hands are too close to your side, it's gonna be kind of hard to stabilize and you might fall over like that. So, but if you keep them too far, it's gonna be hard to use them to help push yourself up. So make sure you got a sweet spot about 45 degrees from the side, and then you can use your hands for both balance and leverage. Keeping the head off the ground, looking at the toes, touching on the wall. And if this is accessible for you and it's easy, you can start inching your way a little farther from the wall. So I'll be touching a little further down. A little more challenging, a little more demanding on a spinal mobility, a little more demanding on the neck for keeping the head up, and you can keep pulling it back until you're touching the ground instead of the wall or the couch. Again, still trying to keep the head off the ground. Even if it touches, you shouldn't really be putting any weight on it. Looking at where your feet are going helps a lot with that spatial awareness and training yourself not to get dizzy during rolls. So this is a back roll, kind of the beginning of the back roll, but it's also the end of the forward roll. If I'm doing a forward roll, I'm starting by rolling, and by the end of it, I'm doing the reverse of that same motion. End of the forward roll is like this. Beginning of the back roll is like this. So once you get comfortable with this movement, it's going to be a lot easier to round your back and to get that roll nice and smooth, to keep your head out of the way, to build the necessary core strength and spatial awareness to be able to roll more smoothly. Once you do that, you'll be able to roll a lot better. If you've learned from standing, it's just a matter of getting down a little bit lower. And everything compresses and you're able to make yourself into a ball. So if you're having trouble making your rolls smooth, or you feel like your back's clunking down and you're having a thump kind of feeling, this is the kind of drill that's gonna really help out a lot. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.